Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome Cincinnati Lions esports day. Today we have a few XP League scrimmages that are taking place. The first one that you see right now is the Cincinnati Lions against the Triangle Tsunami Rocket League teams. They are trying to get everything squared away for ideally a scrimmage, but it does appear that there are some technical difficulties. I believe that the opposing team, the Triangle Tsunami, are trying to make sure that they have some bots. So just as we got started, we are going to have to jump out and jump back in here in just a second. But I think in the meantime, what we can do is we can jump over and watch a little bit of some Apex that's going on. They have a Apex scrimmage happening today, in which it's not a terribly large amount of players in the lobby, but after this initial warm-up battle royale match, they are going to be transitioning to a team deathmatch kind of feel. I mean, right now they're just kind of warming up. As you can see, we have a duo of Water Can't Aim and I Am Dingus. Water being one of our XP League Cincinnati Lions Black Apex players, but I believe we'll be able to join in on this this Rocket League game here in just a second, and we'll get back after that, because right now this lobby really is the teams just warming up on the Apex channel. Not a whole lot to see. As we're also continuing with the stream, please let me know if there are any issues or concerns with audio. We have been plagued with audio issues in the past, and I do want to make sure that everything is coming through crisp, clear, and everyone is good to go on that front. I do believe we may be having some audio issues. If you can't hear the Apex going on, then that is kind of a dead giveaway at the moment. So let me go ahead and check the properties there just to make sure. Doesn't appear that we're getting a whole lot of audio from this, unfortunately. So you are going to get the sound of my voice for most of it. Hopefully we'll get it figured out before some of the future scrimmages today. Today we also have scrimmages occurring with our Overwatch team. One at 3 p.m. and then one at 6:30 p.m. hoping to get those going as well. So we're going to transition back over to the Rocket League, where the scrimmage has finally kicked off. And so here we are, and in the blue you have the Cincinnati Lions being represented by Lover, Defs, and Jaguar Steel. And then on the Triangle Tsunami side is represented by the orange, being represented by only one player who is able to make it at this time. We do believe that there's going to be additional players, at least I definitely hope so. Not the most valuable scrimmage for the Triangle Tsunami in the event that they are stuck with two bots in the form of Caveman and Outlaw. But we'll go ahead and be able to see how this is going to go for today. So I am also going to take the time here to try to double check the audio, because I am not getting the audio that I'm hoping for from these streams. Yeah, definitely not getting the Rocket League audio that I was hoping for here. Let me see if I can't get this fixed a little bit. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some transitions here. I'm going to take it back to the Rocket to the Apex while I do some adjustments. Fortunately, that didn't help. So this is a pretty bad look for me trying to get this up and running today. Not sure what is going on here. Definitely hoping that we are able to get this all squared away. Oh man. All right. Does appear. There we go. All right. That should be better for the Rocket League as we transition back for yet another time. It does seem that we are having some issues with the audio though, but right now you can see that the Cincinnati Lions are up by 2, make that by 3 after Lover XP Cincinnati Lions made a cross the field goal here against the Triangle Tsunami. Caveman, the bot, doing what bots do, not really putting up much of a fight, unfortunately. It really isn't the way that we like to play with bots, but sometimes that's what we're stuck with, and today that seems to be the Triangle Tsunami's conundrum, and we'll hopefully get some good learning experiences from this scrimmage as we continue forward, and also hope that we get additional players as well into the lobby. I think that would be ideal for everyone involved. Also, trying to ensure that we get some volume here. Really unsure of why that isn't working out. The Cincinnati Lions seemingly trying to just kind of poke the ball around, practice some various things, practice their passing. I mean, that is the primary purpose of these scrimmages. You know, these scrimmages aren't necessarily an opportunity to try to necessarily win, though that always feels good. Scrimmages are for learning, right? It's for trying the different things that we are hoping to improve upon throughout the season. And as we approach the winter split, this team, the Cincinnati Lions Black, through their performance in the fall split, have been invited to participate in the Platinum Tier division of XP League, which is, you know, where the most competitive players are, where the most competitive teams are, and definitely where the Cincinnati Black belong, and where they'll be participating in the winter season. So we all look forward to seeing that and seeing how that shakes out for this upcoming season. Absolutely no clue why we can't hear anything. Kind of driving me nuts, to be completely honest. This is unfortunately being the situation on both the Apex game and the Rocket League game, which leads me to believe I did something wrong. So luckily these are just scrimmages. And we do see Lover taking it off the wall, allowing Jaguar Steel to pop it back up, running out that clock. 8 seconds remaining. 7, 6, 5. There's no way for the Triangle Tsunami to come back from this, especially operating with 2 bots and a single player on the field. So game 1 is going to go to Cincinnati Lions, currently in this scrimmage with a 1-0 score. And so as we look at this, right, there was no shots from the Triangle Tsunami. We'll see how this scrimmage continues. Hopefully we do get additional triangle players in this game, and it's not the 2 bot situation over and over again. Otherwise, I do think that it would be a little bit counterproductive for both teams, really, from an education standpoint. Really unsure of what is going on here with this audio. Doing my best to make sure that it's working. Default there. Got it. Great technical test before we kind of go into the winter split. Definitely don't want this happening in any of our league games. I think what I'll do is as you can see, the Apex player is getting into a fight. There's only, a few players remaining. Go ahead and bring it back to the Rocket League team. Very thankful we don't have a lot of viewers at this point in time as we're trying to get this fixed. Video capture device, let's go ahead and add one. Here we go. Hopefully this does the trick. Does not seem to be the case. All right, well, we'll go ahead and stick on the Rocket League for now. I will fiddle around with the audio as we continue throughout the day, especially as we start approaching the opportunity for Overwatch and some of the other scrimmages that we do have planned. As you can see, the Cincinnati Lions not running up the score against the two-bot Triangle Tsunami. Rather, continuing to learn, continuing to practice. They're passing, they're clearing, their long shots. Lover does end up getting that shot from across the field, bouncing it off the wall. And really, it appeared that the bots kind of helped bounce it in. I don't think that was on a trajectory to go in by itself. Yeah, the bot Armstrong there becoming one of the MVPs for the Cincinnati Lions. Obviously unintentionally so. May end up killing the stream here in a little bit, as there's not a whole lot to see from a stream standpoint. Plenty of other opportunities here to fix this stream, as we are trying to basically get everything squared away as we approach the winter split for everybody. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why we are not getting audio from either of the games, either Rocket League or the Apex. So definitely confused there. Cincinnati Lions keeping the 3-0 lead. I think what we'll do is we'll watch the rest of this series, and then Fortnite is also about to kick off here relatively soon. And so I think we'll get the Fortnite. We'll get the Fortnite teams squared away, set up for their matches today, and um, and then what we'll do is we'll continue to work on the audio aspects of this stream, which have just been plaguing us forever. Lover bouncing it up off the top of the wall. The time is about to run out. As soon as it hits the ground, the game will be over. And Cincinnati with a 2-0 record over the Triangle Tsunami. Let's see if the Triangle Tsunami are able to bring in an additional player. This was a scheduled scrimmage, so definitely hoping that more show up for this. Go ahead and join as a spectator. All right, game 3 of this 5-game series. This is a best of 5 series, 2 of which are already on the Cincinnati Lions' favor. Depth's one of the stronger players in XP League, I'd be hazard to say. I believe he's ranked Grand Champion 2. Does a lot of remarkable plays in his games. Does have full control of the ball. As you can tell, though, they are continuing to try to practice some of the control between their team members. Not just taking a lot of shots, but really trying to work together, figure out their rotation between Depths, Lover, and Jaguar Steel. Jaguar Steel being Captain Lucky in a lot of other games, and within our own internal team Discord server. Depths with that first score of the game. Bounced it right over the defenders. Depths on the kickoff. Lover back to receive it up off the wall. Does go airborne and knocks it right into the goal. Back to Depths for a 2-0 lead for the Cincinnati Lions. The Apex lobbies do seem to be increasing a little bit when it comes to attendance for today's scrimmages. Still pretty weak turnout though, so I don't think that we will be doing much streaming for the Apex portion of today. I do expect probably later today around the 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. time slots EST that will be streaming the Overwatch 2 scrimmages. There's a particular scrimmage that I'm very interested in seeing how it goes. So our Overwatch 2 team has been invited based off of their performance during the fall split to participate in the Platinum division of XP League. And today at 3 p.m. they will be scrimming against a conglomeration of players in the Platinum division in the form of the Franklin, Tennessee team, who is apparently the team to beat. I believe they've won the North American Finals the past 2 years in a row and came in second the year before that. So they are the boogeymen of Overwatch 2, and I'm very excited to see how our relatively young team, new team to XP League, is able to compete on that level, because they have demonstrated an immense amount of skill in the Overwatch 2 title. So we have Depths and Lover basically passing the ball back and forth midair. Really almost apparently playing with the bots that are on the other team. We do have the player for the Tsunami Triangle, Zephyr, kick the ball away from their goal. Jaguar Steel popping it back out of the net to increase the amount of time that they have to practice what it is that they're trying to practice during this scrim. overall, though, definitely not what we were expecting today when we were hoping for a scrimmage. Um, Definitely not enough players to really satisfy what it is that we're looking for. So 2 minutes left on the clock. What will likely happen, I do notice that we do have some viewers kind of popping in. This is a scrimmage between the Cincinnati Lions Rocket League team, a very powerful Rocket League team in the XP League ecosystem. Going against the Triangle Tsunami. Unfortunately, there were some attendance issues, and so the Triangle Tsunami are operating with two of their three players as bots. And so right now you're watching the Cincinnati Lions kind of practicing some of the aspects that as a team they wanted to work on, as everyone should do in a scrimmage. And so you're not really seeing them do a lot of shots. You're watching a lot of across the field passes, a lot of practicing of their aerials, and general ball control and kind of keep away, if you will. So what we'll do is we'll probably watch the end of this series. We'll go for the next minute or so in this game, and then we'll probably cut the stream and we'll come back for the Overwatch 2 portion later this afternoon. Not to mention, I definitely have plenty of audio problems that need addressing that simply do not make sense to me. It'll work one week, it'll work with one match, and then I power everything up and it just isn't working. So, going to have to put some attention and love and care into that. I'm sure if Ari was here, she would be giving me an extremely hard time, but it's just me today, at least here for this. 30 seconds remaining. Score being 4-0 in favor of the Cincinnati Lions. Really don't see a way for the Cincinnati Lions to lose grasp of this scrimmage, even though, it being a scrimmage, winning's not everything. Hopefully, they are getting what they are looking for when it comes to practice. I imagine that if we were in on their comms, a lot of their practice would be how they're communicating, what they're doing, where they're at, the status of their boosts, how they are responding to the opponents. Even though they're bots, there's still plenty of opportunities to practice that communication. So that series will go to the Cincinnati Lions 3-0. Unfortunately, the Triangle Tsunami operating with two of their three players being bots. And that is going to cut it for right now. We'll be back around 3 for Overwatch, so keep an eye out for your notifications. Please give us a follow.